This is a tale with a moral. The author, Sean Gilroy. The title, Mr. Nemesis.
Just a minute.
Good morning, lady.
Nothing today, thank you.
I'm not selling.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is it then?
You were quick answering that door.
Was I? Well, I was only in the hall.
Vacuuming, were you?
Yes. Well, what did you want?
Perhaps you ought to invite me in.
I'd rather not.
House in rather a mess, is it?
No, I'd just rather not invite you in. What do you want? Can't you tell me here?
Of course, madam. I've no objection, none at all. I just thought perhaps if you invited me in, it might be better.
Well,
Thank you.
Hey!
It's more private in here, isn't it?
Who are you? What do you mean?
Now you're nervous, madam, and that's not necessary, is it? You've paid all your bills, haven't you? You don't think I'm here to cut off your telephone or your gas, do you?
You've got no right
I'll go straight through to the kitchen, shall I?
Now, look here. I don't know who you are or what you think you're doing, but unless you get out of my house now, I shall call the police.
Do if you like. But let's not be too hasty, eh? We'll just shut this door and stop and think a minute, shall we?
What do you mean?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
My husband will be home in a minute.
How about offering me a cup of tea?
Will you please tell me what you want?
Look, I'll put the kettle on. I don't know what you're worried about. I mean, you've got nothing to be frightened of, have you? You're not frightened of me, are you? That'd be silly. Now then, where are the cups?
In the cupboard. By the window.
Ah, yes, here we are. Which shall I use? These? You'll feel better with a cup of tea inside you.
Yes, I will.
You almost smiled then. That's more like it.
I did mean it, you know, when I said my husband would be here soon.
I thought you did. Well, that's all right by me. I'll tell you what. I'll just go and put the vacuum away for you. Where does it go?
Where are you going?
I told you, to put the vacuum away.
Leave it. I'll do it.
All right. Kettle's boiling anyway.
I'll make the tea.
No. I'll do it.
Take your hand off me.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You make the tea, then. I don't mind.
I will. You said you were going to tell me what you were doing here.
I know. But I've decided it might be better if I wait until your husband comes home.
What's John got to do with it?
I think we'll wait.
Your tea.
Thanks. Sugar?
The sugar in it.
Thanks.
What's your job?
I've been around all over. Glasgow, Manchester, Oxford, Liverpool. Yes?
What about Liverpool?
I've been there. Why?
Nothing.
Exciting place, Liverpool, isn't it?
I've never been there. It's all docks, isn't it?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. You haven't always lived round here, have you? This is a nice house you've got here. How long have you had it?
Since the estate was built 3 years ago. Before that...
Before that, you lived somewhere else. Stands to reason. It's a lovely house, plenty of room. You can feel comfortable in a house like this. Comfortable. And safe. Can I have some more tea?
Yes. What did you mean, safe?
Eh? Oh, just a word, really. A figure of speech. Thank you. What time did you say your husband would be here?
I didn't.
Well, do then.
What time is it?
5 to 6.
He'll be here by 10 past at the latest.
Good.
And he'll want to know what you're doing here.
And I'll tell him. Sit down and we'll wait for him together. Sit down. That's better. Now we'll just sit here and wait for him.
Anne! I'm
here, John, in the kitchen.
Oh, what are you doing in there? Is anything the matter?
Come in here, John.
All right, I'm coming. What's the matter? going on here?
Evening, John.
Who the devil are you?
He came to see us. I don't know his name. John, I'm so glad you're here.
What's been going on here?
Now, there's nothing to get excited about, nothing at all. I came to see you both, and since I arrived before you came home from work, your wife very kindly invited me in.
What have you come here for?
Well, tell me.
Of course I will. I told you. I was just waiting for John.
Mr. Craddock to you.
Waiting for Mr. Craddock to come in.
Well, here I am. Say what you have to say and then get out.
Perhaps we'd be better off in your living room. Will you lead the way?
Very well. But you better make it quick. This way.
Right. Not you, Mrs. Craddock. You make us some more tea.
But I want to...
Not yet.
It's all right, Anne. I can handle
Oh, well, please be careful.
Careful of what?
Never mind.
it. This way, then.
Right.
In here.
Ah. Now, this is what I call a room.
Yes, we like it.
Nice cocktail cabinet.
I suppose that's your way of asking for a drink.
Well, I won't deny a drink would be welcome. I've been doing quite a bit of talking to your wife. Thirsty work talking.
Scotch?
Yes. Not too large. Nice woman, your wife. We were talking about Liverpool. Hey, careful there. Don't spill my scotch.
What about Liverpool?
Oh, just about Liverpool. You know. You remember.
You never knew us in Liverpool?
Of course I didn't.
But you must have known
Known what?
that we used to live there.
Well, why else would I be here?
What does that mean?
It means what you think it means.
Look, this damned cryptic conversation is getting on my nerves. What the devil has Anne been telling you? How much do you know?
Why not ask her?
Damn you, I will. Anne, come here, will you?
What's the matter?
What have you been saying to him? What did you tell him about Liverpool?
Nothing. I didn't tell him anything.
If you told him
She didn't tell me a thing.
He's right, John. You're getting excited over nothing.
When he comes in here and starts a mysterious conversation about Liverpool, that's not nothing. It's more like blackmail.
Now, what makes you think I know something I could blackmail you with?
It's obvious, isn't it?
You mean I wouldn't be here talking about it unless it was something to my advantage?
Yes.
And unless there was something I could blackmail you with, you wouldn't be worried, would you? So why not tell me all about it?
No, John. He's trying to trap you. He doesn't know everything.
Even if I don't know it all, what difference does it make? A word to the wide that there was something connected with Liverpool that you two wanted to hide, and I reckon the police would do a little checking up. And it wouldn't take much checking up when it came to the point, would it?
There's nothing to connect us with it now. Nothing.
Except the fact that you moved down here, to this house, just 3 years ago.
But it was nearly a year before that the
But
job
they'd
was...
check up where you came from before then, wouldn't they? And that would lead them back to
Liverpool.
Liverpool. I think I'll have that drink now, while you tell me all about that job you did in Liverpool nearly 4 years ago.
Water or soda?
Soda, please. And don't splash it.
I'll have one too, please.
So will I.
That's better. Do you both good.
Here you are, darling. Here's yours.
Thanks. Cheers. Now then, I want it all. Every detail.
How much do you want?
I told you, every detail.
I mean money. How much?
Now, who said anything about money? I don't want money. I just want the facts.
You're not a blackmailer?
Of course not.
Police?
No. I'm a journalist. All I want is a story.
But if you printed, the police will...
Oh, I know that. But I got a duty to my public. Besides, you don't think you get away with it for long, do you? Sooner or later, it was bound to catch up with you.
I gather you don't know the full story, then.
Not the full story, no.
And you calmly expect me to tell it to you so that you can publish it.
Well, yes. I mean, I can't see that you've got much alternative. I already know enough to go to the police.
This is mad. Quite mad. But to treat it seriously for a moment.
Good.
Once I was arrested, you couldn't publish anything except evidence given in court.
Ah, you're talking about sub judice and all that. But that's the advantage of doing it my way. You see, I published before you're arrested. So there's no judice to be sub, as it were.
I see. You don't leave me much choice, do you?
But, John, you can't do this. You can't just let him walk in here and break our life up like this.
It looks as though I've done it already. He's right. You've got no choice.
There's just one thing that interests me.
Yes?
What's to stop me running away before the police come for me? That would make you an accessory after the fact.
That's simple. I keep you here until the paper's on the streets tomorrow. There's a risk that you'll try and get away from me, but why should you add grievous bodily harm to your list? No, I think you'll stay.
You've got it all worked out, haven't you?
Pretty well. Shall we begin?
But, John,
I have to do this, Anne. You see that, don't you?
it all seems so unfair. You weren't the only one. You weren't even the ringleader.
That's why it's worth taking this chance to get public sympathy.
That's a bit of sense. Besides, we pay well, and a little money will come in handy for the defense. Shall we begin?
All right. Well, I worked in the Northern Bank in Liverpool. I'd been there for 10 years, and in that time I'd worked my way up to chief cashier. We were doing pretty well, one way and another. And then Anne lost our baby. Well, she was ill for months, and the doctor's bills, the hospital bills, the specialist bills cost a fortune.
I know.
Well, in the end, I went to a moneylender. Of course, that was the beginning of the end. I got deeper and deeper into debt till they realized I couldn't pay and began to threaten me. They said they'd tell the manager. Well, that would have meant goodbye to my job, of course. Well, then they suggested that I help them to rob the bank. Well, at first I tried to refuse, but what could I do?
The robbery, they refused to give me the share they'd promised me. All they did was cancel my debt. The police began to suspect that it was an inside job, so my wife and I left and started up a new life here under another name. That's substantially correct, is it?
Yes.
Good. You just sign your name here, and then I'll get on the phone and dictate it to the paper. Of course, the sub-editors will dress it up a bit. You know, bits about you being willing now to pay your debt to society and that stuff. They'll make you sound nearly innocent. You'll probably only get a couple of years. Come on, then. Let's get it signed.
Here?
That's right. There, that's fine.
Well, that's that then.
Yes, that's that.
But how did you get to know about us in the first place?
I didn't.
What?
It's a little trick of mine, really. I've done it before. Talk your way into a house, ask questions, be mysterious. Bingo! You'd be surprised how many times it works. You see, nearly everyone's got something to hide.
Margaret Wolfit, Frank Partington and Peter Bartlett in Mr. Nemesis by Sean Gilroy. Production for the BBC was by John Gibson.